Hey y'all, welcome. I'm Tracy. This is my channel, Tracy from the Mermaid Cove, y'all, and let's talk Christmas books. I am a book nerd, bookworm since the beginning of my life. There's pictures of me. I have to find this picture where I'm sitting on my bed. I have animals all around me and books. That kind of settles it right there, you know. I think you just like what you like from the very beginning, you know. But yeah, so I work in a library. Libraries have book sales. Go to the Goodwill. Go to yard sales. I've been collecting books. I can remember when my first really big memory of, we had a bookmobile. Come every Tuesday. You could get 4 books, which, y'all, was not enough for me because it came every other week. And I was rereading them. And finally, the librarian lady on the bookmobile said, I'm going to pick some books for you, and I'm going to go ahead and let you have 10. So it began, the craziness. But I can remember my dad and I going just ourselves to the beach. I guess my parents were separated. I don't know what was going on. And we would go to a used bookstore and get a bag. You could fill a bag up back then for like $3. I don't know. And I would get all these mysteries and Trixie Belden and Hardy Boys, Nancy Drew, all those kind of not Betsy Tacy, but another one like Trixie. But yeah, and we would just sit on the beach and read and, go do fun things and come home and read. So yeah, my parents were both big readers. And then when I got a little older, I started babysitting in the neighborhood. So, and by then I'm 12, 13, and they would let me read whatever they had. And it was like really overly passionate romance novels, let's say, with pirates and captured women and, Harold Robbins, those kind of people were, the thing of the day. And I started reading all that. I'm sure it scarred me. And it made my dad one time picked up a book I was reading, The Lonely Lady by Harold Robbins. And it was something, y'all. It was something. And he was mad. He's like, I have to read every book before you read it. I'm like, Dad, I'm reading like 10 books a week. Right? Anyway, he tried. So that is kind of... and then I started working in a bookstore and then became a manager, assistant manager, and manager. So I was managing a bookstore of like 25 people, and that's a whole nother animal. And I was working at the library part-time, and then I ended up going full-time, and that is how the story is. So yeah, so let's go through these Christmas books, you guys. I'm super excited. Now again, these are just the ones we came across. Pretty sure I have some downstairs in my library. Y'all, I cannot wait till I'm so caught up that we're down in that library going through stuff. It's going to be so much fun. Okay, I'm just going to go in order. I did them by size. So this I got the Goodwill, and I know that because I try to get the tag off. I wish they would do them inside the book. Well, in this one it wouldn't have mattered. But anyway, so this is Santa's Beard is Soft. Santa's Beard is Soft and Warm. Love these kind of books, you guys. A little dirty. Let's see when it was published. It's in Roman numerals, but it says 1979 was this edition. Y'all, I am bad at Roman numerals. Did y'all know that about me? I am terrible. But anyway, just look at this. So now, I'm going to be doing some junk journaling with Christmas stuff and doing Christmas ultra books. I think that, look at that. What was it? I'm sorry, y'all. I'm flying through here. So that's like a foil. This is like Scratch and Sniff. Y'all, you can still smell the pine from 1979. Oh my God. So this is the bow. Y'all, let me show you something. I have my iPad. There's my girls. Beverly and Angela. I have my iPad. I'm listening. I'm watching Crafty Girl. She has a live and she's junk journaling. And it's, not my style, but it's making me want to junk journal, which is, it's a good thing. So look at this. Teddy Bear. This guys. I love these old books. Oh, his little suspenders. Little felted. Merry Christmas to You, Lynn, 1979. Love it. Love that. I love everything about it. So let's say I want to use, I could even do maybe, I don't know, I would probably like make a photocopy. I'm not going to cut this particular book up. If it was like falling apart, I would. So I have to think about that. But those are kind of things too. If you all keep an eye out, like yard sales and that kind of thing, and flea markets where people aren't precious, you know, it's like neighborhood flea markets, you can find some really good books cheap. I try not to pay for kids' books, 25 cents, 50 cents, depends. If it's something I really want and is vintage, then, you know, that's another story. Or how many I found that day, you know. So let me do that. I'm trying this Trader Joe's, y'all. I love Trader. If you're popping in for books, I also love Trader Joe's, Dollar Tree, lots of stuff. I'm decluttering, I'm organizing. It's just basically my life, what my interest is. I have ADHD, so it's not a straight line, you guys. A little backwards. But anyway, this is Trader Joe's Sparkling Winter Sangria Water. I'm obsessed with sparkling waters. And this, like, I'm trying to be hydrated, 12 fluid ounces. I'm not sure. I don't know. It has, and to me, a back taste of like the smell of a cleaning fluid. Just saying. All right. Table Graces. Not someone, Nan, all. So she's done the pages she likes. So look at that. Got the dust jacket on, y'all. And let's see here. Ooh, there's food. Love that. My mom, I don't know why I didn't think to write in the books I gave her, but she would always write from Tracy. 1986. So it's just a prayer of thanks, which, hey, is perfect for. But I was looking around it. And my favorite one, give us, Lord, a bit of sun, a bit of work, a bit of fun. Give us all in the struggle and sputter our daily bread and a bit of butter. It says on the wall of an old inn, Lancaster, England. I love stuff like this, y'all. Old etiquette books, they're just so interesting to read. I will never have enough time to read everything I want to read. But you know what? There's worse things to have. And this is something I like to read. I love these Cat Christmas by Stephanie Samek. I love books like this. There's so many different ones. This was, let's see, 2000. BG, a little something to pass the time while awaiting Santa's Paul. So I just, you know, it's just a fun little book to sit down. Cats, Christmas, cozy, you know. But I like to display these books too in my Christmas decor. Susan Branch, y'all, you should follow her on Instagram. Her and Mary Engelbright is fascinating because they're political and they say things and they're, you know, they're left. And I was reading Susan Branch said something very innocent, like, isn't it terrible? We can all agree what happened to Nancy Pelosi's husband, and then people went wild. I don't even know what to say. But her art is just, right now I have a book out of the library called Autumn, and it's got recipes. I'll try to bring that home and show y'all everything about her. She has cards. I have cards of her still somewhere in my, now I could not bring myself to cut this up. You know, I'd probably make a copy color or something if there was something I love. But I just love to sit down. There she is. How cute. Love her stuff. I would like to try to mimic a page or copy a page of hers. You know, I want to start just drawing a little bit every day because, I mean, I would say I'm not a great drawer, but I can draw, you know. It's just how do you become better if you never do it, right? But anyway, and she's got recipes and stories and love your little ribbon. Now this one is the kind this should have been in the trash, right? So what libraries do is when a book falls, every book comes in, it's going to be weeded, right? It just has its life. And if they're in good condition, like let's say nobody has wanted them, you know, they're not popular after a few years, or when a new bestseller comes out and we buy a lot, you know, we have book sales. So just for the library, not like each library can have a book sale, and that's all donated books from the public. But we actually have we have a store, and we have two stores. where you can go and you can purchase used library books. Now, there's also people donate their treasure trove, y'all. It is so much fun. But right away, I want to do a page like this, the black and white and the pop of color. And look at that orange. I mean, this is such a cool book. This is 1984. The last time it was checked out, 2009. That had a pretty good run, you guys. But at some point, you know, yuck happens. They start to smell. The spine breaks. I love that. So this is very inspirational to me. I literally fished this out of the trash. So that is actually going to be cut up in my art for sure. Love these kind of, I love an ABC book. I have a collection of just ABC books. Like I do pop-up books and golden books. But this is a Metropolitan Museum of Art. I think I got this at the Goodwill. Love end pages. Always look at the end pages, y'all. That is just like stunning. So they are different scenes from paintings, right? And then E is for evergreens cut for the room. That's lovely. F is for flowers of exquisite perfume. Treasure, y'all, right here's a treasure. J is for joy at this time of year. So what would be fun? O is for ornaments dazzling with light. So, you know, I have an ABC bird book. I don't think I've showed it to you guys yet. What year was it? So 2002. Does it say who all the different... It says illustrations reproduced in this book are from color lithograph postcards designed by artists at the Wiener Werkstatt in Vienna, Austria, during 1907 to 1914. Wow. Okay. All the works are from the Department of Drawings and Prints of the Metropolitan Museum of Art. But what I'm going to do, I love ABC books because it just gives you a format. So I'm going to do my junk journal where I'm going to collect things, and then I'm going to do an ABC Christmas book. A to Z, y'all. Won't that be fun? Just like I do in my... I love that. I just think it's so much fun. So anyway, major inspiration. This is one of my favorite books. I read it every Christmas. Every Christmas. I am not the biggest Dickens fan, just because... I should reread him. One of my co-workers, I think he was born in Ghana, and he was telling me how... is it Tale of Two Cities? Oh my God, no. Great Expectations, one of his favorite books. Like he can quote lines from it, and like being a young man there reading it, he ended up going to Sweden to college. He's a very interesting person. And I thought, you know what, maybe I should reread some Dickens in my spare time, but there's so much angst, that Victorian, just, you know, the poorhouses and just terrible things and never happy endings. But so A Christmas Carol. Now this one is another one I got at a used bookstore, and it was literally super cheap because who wants a book like this, right? Falling apart. Well, I do. Love this. Love this. Now, I was thinking about making this one my ABC book, but I don't know. I don't. It's not going to hold up to what I want to do. But you know. But yeah, so I am going to read this again. I just think, oh God, someone's come in here and annotated it or fixed. Some people do that in library books, y'all. They probably write spelling or write, like if it had he instead of she, y'all. There's some people out there. Treasure. So when you're thrifting, look, you know, I told Beverly, I want y'all keep your eyes out. I want a Legend of Sleepy Hollow do a Halloween ABC book. And when we went thrifting the last time, I'm like, what are the chances we're going to find a hard copy in decent shape of that book? But you guys, you don't know. I'm going to save my goldens to last. And again, I love books like this. Just ideas. Am I going to do them? Probably not. But it gives me hope and inspiration, and it's just happy. You know, just different. And it gives you color ideas. It has recipes. Let's see. Kind of thing. Let me see what year this was. So they have projects, the 12 days of cookies swap. Wouldn't that be fun, y'all, if we could do that? Project template sources. This was from 2014. Let's see what templates. Oh gosh, y'all. So, yeah. Again, it's just something I like to put out and look at. This is one of my favorite books, y'all. I would love to find a hard copy of it. I would totally buy it. Mrs. Claus Takes a Vacation. You guys, Mrs. Claus heading out of town. It says Mrs. Claus had never taken a vacation in her life. This year, she was determined to go traveling. Look at that poor Miss. Look at her. Look at y'all. Let me get this up here. Look at her. Is she not sad? That girl, she's had it, y'all. That is post-Christmas. I'm done. So anyway, she announces to Santa she's off for vacation, and I forget she takes a reindeer. It's all about how Santa's barely living, and Mrs. Claus, y'all, is having the time of her life. And there's Santa making cookies, and the deer are not happy with his cookies. So I forget which reindeer she took, but there she is having sushi. So it's just, you guys, if you have little kids in your life, get this book. I'm sure it's on Amazon, but y'all find a hard copy, shout me out. I'll give you my address. I think it's like a cherry backwash, but it's, I don't know, y'all. Obsessed with pop-up books. It would probably take me 5 hours to go through all my pop-up books and stuff. You know, I am not a devotee, if you will, of the Nutcracker. I don't know why. I was just never really exposed to it. I think I might have gone one time to see the Nutcracker, but look at this. But I'm a big fan of pop-up books, y'all. So, you know, little things. What does this do? Yeah. So I know people are crazy for the Nutcracker. I wish I was. Maybe if I went down, I would love it. 1992. And when you're scanning, like you're somewhere looking at books, I don't know, they just when you see them, I can see that it's a pop-up book. Like, I don't know how, it's a gift, y'all. And this one is The Reindeer's Christmas Party, a pop-up story, you guys. And this is from 2012. It's funny, it says 38. I think it was $1.38. Okay, we're just gonna start off right away. Boom. These are so cute. These aren't like the retro graphics, but how do you not love? I could not do a pop-up book, y'all, to save my life. Getting a tree. Look at Mr. and Mrs. Claus. I love Mrs. Claus. So, just like a cute. Look at that. Oh my God, y'all. Look at that. And I will sit down, especially if I start feeling a little stressed or just, you know, I will sit down and read children's books. So Santa Mouse, Michael Brown. Again, love end pages, you guys. Love the end pages. Let's see what Mr. Brown wrote this book. An interesting publisher. Backpack Books of New York. So that's interesting. It was published, oh my goodness, 1966. So this is a 1996 edition. Oh my God, that's probably why I love it, the graphics. But you know, a mouse living in a house, having some Christmas, trying to deliver gifts to the mice. You guys, I have to kill mice. Oh, can't even think about it. Whew. Anyway, sorry. But not these mice. They're mean mice. They're bad mice. They're bad mice. They're peeing and I can smell it. I don't like it. Merry Christmas, Big Hungry Bear. So again, they cheaped out on the end pages, y'all. But it is a fun color. It's an interesting color, actually. So let's see here. Dawn and Audrey Wood they're prolific with children's books. Again, the Blue Sky Press. That's interesting. See, everything that interests me. 2002, but let's just show you. Hello, Little Mouse. I see you're ready for Christmas. And then this one, I was thinking about giving this to my mom's friend. I had to contact her. She plays the organ at church and piano and stuff. She would probably love this book. So I'm going to put that in my pile for her. I got to call them, you guys. What's wrong with me? But it's all these beautiful illustrations and music. I'm going to do y'all a favor. I'm not going to sing. I'm not doing it. Anyway. And then the golden books. When I'm somewhere, I look at every single golden book. Now, I'm not saying I don't repeat, but I'm pretty good. Now I wish I had repeated a lot of these and I can cut them up. But if I only have one, it's not getting cut up. So let's see here. So let me see. Let's see if I set it up on this. Y'all. Yeah, well, one more, y'all. Let's see. That'll do it. Okay. So we have Rudolph, the Red-Nosed Reindeer. We have the 12 Days of Christmas. Look at that. That has got to totally be. Some of these are 70s, y'all. I like the 50s better. 1983. But you got to have them. What is this? The 12 Days of Christmas. Again, what year is that? I love the ones from the 50s, of course. 1992. Frosty the Snowman, you guys. Classic. Christmas Carols. Look at that. I bet this is, oh my God, I love it, you guys. Mary Schultz. And music. And let me see, does it have? It was prepared under the supervision of Mary Reed, PhD, 1946. Now, obviously, this was not from actually 1946. That'd be Baby's Christmas, The Christmas Story. Let's not forget the story. The Littlest Christmas Elf. Again, this must be 80s or 90s. 87. Noel. That one's much more current. 1991. You guys. Love it. Let me see. Ninth printing, 1979. I can't read those hieroglyphics, but now if I see others of these, I buy them to cut them up. But I'll just have to. There she is, my good friend, Mrs. Claus. Anyway, Santa's Surprise Book. Santa's Toy Shop. Wow. Let's see what year that is. 1950, you guys. Let me find. Look at that blue. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Again, I can't cut these up. I have to see if I can find other copies. I can't wait until Christmas. Big Old Bird. 1989. They're building and here's the character. There they are. Here's his friends. The Christmas Tree That Grew. That is 1987. It's so different, the art. Isn't it amazing? If I could find one from like every decade. So that is the ones that I found right now in my garage. Whoops, y'all, excuse me. So yeah, do you collect Christmas books? Do you put them out at Christmas? Do you have Christmas books from when you were little? I really don't. My mom was my parents were in the military, and my mom was not sentimental and about stuff like that back then because, she had stuff to do, and so she did not really hang on to stuff like that. But, which I don't blame her. My brother about his baseball cards, that's another story, y'all. But that's it. This is this episode of Christmas Books with Tracy, and yeah, so none of those I will be able to cut up because I want one of every copy. And if I really want to use an image, I have so much that, we'll see. But again, I will think about it when I'm thrifting for books. I wouldn't pay more. I would like to pay 50 cents or a quarter. And that's, you go around to yard sales, y'all, that's the kind of books you find. But, yeah, and I'm a book artist, so I don't mind cutting up books. Books end up in recycling or landfills. You're not going to cut up the Gutenberg Bible. No one's doing that. But I know people have mixed reactions about it, but it gives the book another life. And especially if you're doing an ultra book. And probably for my Christmas ABC book, what I'm going to do is just get a really good current fiction, regular size fiction, and because it's easier to tear pages and and I'll just decorate the outside in that. But I would like to find some different illustrations of A Christmas Carol. But I love that, and I love the 1950s retro graphics, you guys. In the 60s, y'all, it's my thing. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll be back. I'm gonna maybe I'll do one just on what books I've checked out lately from the library, whether I get to read them or not. A lot of times I just I look at them and think, yeah, I'd like to read it, but I don't have time, so I put them on my Goodreads to be read again, and then there's 30 more coming that I would like to read that end up on my Goodreads. But you know what? In a world of problems, I'll take it. I'll take it that you love to read and you find great books and you don't have time to read. I'll take it. Okay, guys, so I hope this heading into Thanksgiving crazy week is all is calm, all is bright, but take a minute if you have children's books or a favorite book, or like I read, I usually reread Pride and Prejudice also at Christmas. It just takes me away from, like I said, I'm going to go tomorrow to a couple of places, and I'll go to Trader Joe's a couple of times, but I really don't go because it upsets my nervous system, y'all. It's just trying to park. It's usually too hot. And let's not even talk about what's happening in the world the last 3 years. But the energy, and now, people seem, sometimes there's a feeling of desperation, whether you have to have a certain toy or you can't afford. I mean, the whole thing is just too much. So I hunker down. But I got y'all. And I just wish this, I could do a Zoom with everyone and everyone could show their favorite book. But please put in the comments, what is your favorite Christmas book? Do you have one you take out every year? Do you have a collection of golden books? Are you just what? I don't have time for books. Then yeah, we could talk. Talk to me. I'll help you with that. But yeah. And then I like to read a Christmas mystery or, that kind of thing. Just 'tis the season, right? Okay, guys. Thank you so much. Mwah. I love you guys. And thank you. If you're new and you made it this far, well, please comment, subscribe, and like. And I appreciate you guys' comments. And, there's people who've commented and don't now, and I worry about them. I do. Whether they're bored and moved on, that's what I hope, as opposed to something happened to them. But something to work on, you guys. But those of you who are popping in and, don't comment, that's fine. I hope all is well with you too. And I'm going to see you probably with some Trader Joe's, y'all.